I have been near through nights that stretched without mercy, and mornings that felt thin as paper. You wondered whether your story could ever begin again after so many endings. Hear me. I am making you new again. Not a cosmetic change, not a fresh coat over cracked walls, but renewal from the foundation to the crown. I do not discard what I redeem. I transform it until the memory of ruin becomes testimony to a greater strength. I am not intimidated by ashes. I breathe upon them and call forth a fire that warms rather than consumes. You have tried to rebuild under rules written by fear, and your hands shook with the effort. In secret, you kept a ledger of your mistakes, thinking your value shrank with each entry. Bring me the ledger. I will cross out the accusations and write mercy in their place. I am teaching your heart a new arithmetic where grace multiplies, where trust gathers interest, where hope is not borrowed but planted, watered, and harvested in season. I will not hurry you beyond your healing. I will walk alongside you until courage feels native again. Do not measure your future by the length of your losses. I am not drafting your days from the blueprint of regret. I am writing from eternity, where I have already seen you restored. I am giving you a new center, a room within your soul where peace presides and truth fastens every joint. From that center I will lead you outward, step by step, so that nothing built in haste will collapse in the winds that visit every house. You will not fear those winds. You will know the one who quiets them. I am renewing your mind first, because thoughts sow the field where actions grow. I am replacing anxious rehearsals with steady remembrance of who I am for you. I am turning old scripts into prayers that lift instead of accuse. I am teaching you to bless your path before you walk it, to address the day with trust, to speak to shadows with authority born of my presence. The change you seek will not be performative. It will be rooted. From roots, fruit. From fruit, nourishment for many. You say, the damage is too much. Hear me. Nothing is beyond repair when placed in my hands. I hold time, and I can gather scattered years the way a shepherd gathers lambs. I will not erase your history. I will redeem it. The shame that once colored every memory will lose its power. Even the places where you hid your face will become windows for my light. You will not tell your story to glorify pain, but to magnify the mercy that carried you through it. I am making you new in your capacity to rest. You have labored under the weight of proving your worth, and it has burned through your energy as a furnace without pause. Rest is not laziness. Rest is agreement with truth. When you rest in me, you declare that provision does not depend on your frantic grasping. I will show you how to lay down what was never yours to carry. I will reset your rhythms until sleep is an altar where gratitude is offered and received. I am also making you new in the realm of desire. I will untangle cravings that promised relief yet deepened emptiness. I will sanctify your appetite for goodness, for beauty, for companionship that honors you and others. You will no longer chase counterfeit comfort that vanishes in the morning. You will learn to recognize my kindness in ordinary edges, the steam rising from a cup, the quiet hum of a room at peace, the way a friend's voice anchors you when storms gather. These small signs are not trivial. They are the pulse of renewal. Before we continue, if this message is speaking to you, please support the work in a simple way. Tap the like button, leave a thoughtful comment, share this with someone who needs it, and subscribe so you won't miss what comes next. Then come back, breathe, and keep walking with me. Now, lift your eyes. I am teaching you to see beyond the glare of worry. I am training your focus until gratitude becomes agile and quick to notice grace. You will discover fresh strength in places you once avoided. You will return to tasks that used to break your confidence and find them manageable under my guidance. The voice that mocked your efforts will lose volume, because you will not feed it with attention. You will choose the slower, wiser path, and you will call that patience worship. I am making you new in how you speak. Words once sharpened by fear will be softened by compassion without losing clarity. You will learn to tell the truth with kindness, to say no without apology, to say yes without resentment. Your tongue will no longer be a hammer that splits. It will be a mason's tool that joins. Where conversations used to circle around old injuries, new language will open doors for understanding. This is not naivete. This is holiness moving through your voice. I am not asking you to forget what hurt you. I am asking you to place it in the company of my promises. Pain without presence breeds despair. Pain with my presence becomes a passage toward wisdom. We will walk through that passage together. I will point out where you adopted conclusions that protected you for a season, but now keep you confined. I will loosen those conclusions and offer you a wider, truer view. Freedom is not noisy. Freedom is the quiet where your soul can breathe again. You have waited for a dramatic sign that everything has changed, but newness often begins in the unseen. Seeds break open in the dark soil before a sprout ever meets the air. Trust me with the dark work. Trust me with the timetable that feels slow to your urgency. I am not stalling. I am securing. What I build endures because I anchor it in who I am, not in the trends that pass through a year and vanish. Your heart will become steady in that certainty. I am making you new in work and calling. You will not chase every open door. You will walk through the appointed ones. I will train your ear to distinguish my invitation from every echo of pressure. Excellence will no longer be a whip. It will be a gift you bring to me. You will do your tasks with a free mind, knowing your worth is settled. Even when results arrive slowly, you will remain faithful, and in that faithfulness you will meet me again and again. I am restoring your capacity for wonder. Cynicism once felt intelligent, but it dulled your sight until sunsets became mere weather and tenderness felt unsafe. I am returning you to the holy surprise that waits in common hours. You will notice how laughter loosens fear. You will take off your shoes in the landscape of ordinary life and call it holy ground. You will not be embarrassed to be moved by goodness. Tears will become prayers that clean the air around your heart. I am making you new in relationships. Where suspicion built fences, I will plant gardens along the boundaries so that even the lines that must remain are softened by kindness. You will learn to forgive from a place of strength rather than surrendering to harm. You will remember that forgiveness does not excuse injustice. It entrusts it to me. You will practice reconciliation when it is wise, and you will protect your peace when it is not. Either way, love will not be diminished. It will be refined. I am repairing your view of your own body. You have treated it as a problem to solve rather than a house for my presence. I will teach you to nourish, to move, to rest, to listen, not as vanity but as stewardship. Shame will no longer dictate your reflection. Gratitude will. You will bless the breath that fills your lungs and the pulse that keeps time with purpose. Even limitations will become tutors in compassion toward yourself and others. I am making you new in courage. Not the loud display that tries to convince a room, but the quiet resolve that stands firm when no one is watching. This courage will choose honesty over image, process over shortcuts, humility over posturing. It will take the next right step when the next 10 are unclear. It will bless small beginnings and resist the drama of grand gestures that fade by Monday. Courage built on. My word does not need spectacle to survive. You worry that you will revert to old patterns. Hear me. I am installing guardrails where you once stumbled. These are not cages. They are pathways of wisdom. I will surround you with voices that remind you of who you are when you forget. I will teach you to pre-decide certain boundaries so that when temptation knocks, your answer is already settled. You will not be alone in this. Community will no longer be a performance, but a table where you are known and nourished. I am making you new in prayer. Not a script recited to check a box, but a living exchange that threads through your day. You will welcome me into errands, into spreadsheets, into chores, into conversations. You will discover that guidance arrives in the middle of ordinary tasks. You will find that joy does not wait for perfect conditions. It grows where attention meets gratitude. The more you practice this, the more natural it will feel, until prayer becomes the atmosphere you breathe. I am healing your imagination from disaster rehearsals. That theater has staged the same frightening scenes for years. I am closing its curtains. In its place, I am composing scenes of faithfulness. A morning where you wake rested. A meeting where you stand with calm. A home where peace is familiar. A task completed with integrity. An evening where laughter returns. These are not fantasies. They are forecasts grounded in my nature. Think on them until they become your instinct.